What's good with it, y'all? What's good with it? We back with another one. I ain't gonna be up in there for too long. Just wanted to tap in, start my live, man. I'm gonna do it every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Eastern, man. So this is gonna be our locked in time schedule. We're gonna keep it rocking every single week, every single Friday. So y'all make sure y'all tap that in, say that joint, put it on the calendars, mark it down, whatever you gotta do. But I'm stamping this as my official time every Friday again, 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. See what we got in the building. Daniel Berry, salute to you. Quee in the building, salute to you. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. My brother BC in the building, salute to you, man. Appreciate you sliding through. G5 in the building, salute to you, man. Salute to you. I said, well, what's putting banana pajamas? Hell, that's wild. But yeah, man, I'm gonna lock this joint down for this time every Friday. Do some pop up lives when I can. Obviously, we know I do them prediction videos daily, and then after that, I'm gonna try and slide in the second day as well. We know playoffs is coming up, so you never know. I might be doing them daily at this point, but yeah, we coming down the home stretch, the most important time of the year, gearing up for the playoffs, man. So, so yeah, buddy. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop into it because, like I said, I ain't gonna be here for too long. Probably go about an hour and a half. Put these little egghead kids to sleep, man. So I was like, let me go ahead and utilize their nap time. Normally I go running or I do some type of workout or something, but figure yeah, I might as well once a week go ahead and tap in and try to do it live instead, man. Today is Clay's birthday too, so that boy that boy turned 3 and he looked like a 5-year-old, man. So I was cooking breakfast with him this morning, man. I was like, what do you want to eat? Laid out some stuff, and he's on M&M pancakes, bacon, and eggs. Normally, I mean, they eat a variety of stuff, so he was in there cooking up some stuff. This kid, man, he funny as hell, dude. Gave him them pancakes. He was gonna eat. He gonna try and pick out the M&Ms. Figured out he couldn't do it, so he gonna ask me to cut the pancakes up, and he just sitting there eating all the pancakes. They got M&M on it. All right, I got something for you next time. I'm gonna mix it into the pancake batter so then that way it turn a different color so you can't tell where the M&Ms is. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna trick him. Um, but yeah, man, I wanted to tap in with y'all, man. The talking points on this joint, bro. I think or not think I already did a video where I was talking about is All Star Weekend done, right? And I said I think for me All Star Weekend is cooked. I actually went back and did a little bit more research for it. Josh Sanders in the building. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you sliding to this joint. I did just some light work research on it, man. Just trying to see like, okay, what's the viewership of the, you know what I'm saying, of All Star Weekend. And I went back 20 years. I just wanted to see, right? So back in 2003, it was 10.8 million. And then from that point, I mean, they pretty much averaged right around about a little over 7 million all the way up until 2022, right? So I mean that's decent viewership for the All Star Weekend, right? Now the thing about that is in 2023, last year, I mean, it dropped down to 4.6 million, and this year it went to 5.5 million, right? That's a far cry from it being well over 7 million as the typical average over the last 10 years. So I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, back in 2003, we already knew, if I'm not mistaken, was that the year Vince competed? Or was that the year that Jason Richardson won that joint a couple of times? But in that time, you had marquee names competing in the dunk contest, and you also had names where it was like, you know what I'm saying, you had marquee names, but you also had people that won it that was coming back to defend it because they took it more serious. And the All-Star games, we all know what that was, man. When you had Kobe out there, you had Jordan out there, Iverson, LeBron, Melo, like you had people that was out there and All Star Weekend during that, early 2000s and even 2010 stretch where defense was still something that was relevant and it still existed. So people was going out there and they was competing. They wasn't showing up to these All Star games looking to go out there and be cool And I'm too cool for school. I'm not gonna try and all that kind of stuff. You wasn't seeing that. You was seeing what people were legit going out there and competing because they looked at it in a way that money was on the line because there was an incentive base for these all-star games, but they also looked at it as if, hey, we're going to play a pickup game in front of the world, and we're getting paid to do it. Like, and you getting to play with some of the best against some of the best all at once. I mean, it's rare that you're gonna get matchups like that outside of maybe once every other night with certain people. But at that time, you having the best players on the same team going head to head on every single possession of every single minute in the All Star game. There ain't one because like they all stars. So you see an All Stars match up against All Stars. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know there's levels to All Star and Superstardom and things like that. But it's like, man, it's like, what the hell? Like, it's confusing as hell to me. Like how it started to taper off from like being competitive and looked at from that edge and from that standpoint to literally just okay, like we not even gonna try. Like this last All Star weekend, I was watching him and I wanted to throw my goddamn phone through the TV, man. Like I was completely disinterested in this game because it was like they didn't even try to play a lick of defense. People was just moving out the way. I mean, you can say that they might be worried about injuries, but at the same time, when's the last time y'all ever seen an injury in a damn All Star game? I mean, somebody point that out for me. When the last time you done seen that joint? I appreciate that, BC. I'll let him know when he wake up, man. It was funny. That kid funny as hell, man. Appreciate it ain't used to be like that. Yeah. And then the dunk contest used to be fire. That's a fact. I used to always that was a marquee thing I look forward to was the dunk contest personally. More than anything. He said a real game. Yep. NBA has gotten soft since the late 90s. Yeah, Josh, I would say late 90s, early 2000s or mid 2000s, bro. Like pretty much from the time frame of when Kobe and D Wade, when that era kind of was like phasing out is when it started to kind of change from a standpoint of like they were the last of the dying breed. Like they were the last of the ones that was gonna give you they was gonna give you everything you were looking for and then some. Like if that makes sense. Like they was them people that was gonna put the hurting on somebody. They was the people that wanted to compete. You know what I mean? But it started tapering off to like everybody wanted to be cool. Everybody didn't want to put themselves at risk of showing that they want to have a competitive nature to something. I mean, even in the mid to late 2010s, what they would do is like for a quarter or maybe the first half, it was just kind of putting on the show for the fans. But then they would in the second half they would buckle down and hey, we got to get after it. We got to get to it now. Now we got to compete. Now is the time we put on the show for the fans. Now is the time to say, hey, which one of us is gonna walk away with this win? East or West, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And then it just the league saw it start trending to a certain direction. So what did the league do? The league started saying, okay, we're gonna pick captains so they can pick their own team. Then like they started trying to revamp it to different things, but in reality, it's like, nah, y'all just need to actually play. Y'all need to compete. Y'all need to like act as if y'all want to be out here put competing against one another. Like you don't want to sit up here and just go out here and just oh, we out here just doing this and lollygagging and shit, stuff like that. It's like it don't even make sense. Yeah, Josh Sanders, he said fact second half teams go in and play. Yeah, it's weird, bro. Like they just legit now. It's like defense is non-existent. So that's why I was like, man, you might mess around and see if they don't change some type of incentive, which I offered an incentive for the NBA to be able to actually go out here and make a difference. If they don't do something that brings that viewership back to where it's like 10 plus million and stuff like that, bro. And the numbers gonna keep trending down. If they trending down, the NBA not gonna be forking up money to put on the All Star weekend because it ain't gonna make sense to do it. So for them, these players, they gotta understand, bro. Like y'all are quote unquote labeled all stars for a reason, but they also having this weekend for you to obviously put on a show for the fans, but also for you to compete against your contemporaries that's considered an all star. I mean, I think the highlight of the weekend for All Star Weekend at this point is the 3-point contest because we know at that point any of them can win. You know, what I mean, it ain't a for sure lock in. You know, obviously there's favoritism, but when it's the All like 3-point contest shit, it's a level playing field. Like it don't matter if you 7 foot, it don't matter if you 5 foot. Like if you got a flame out there, you gonna flame on and you gonna walk away with the dub on that. Like that's the thing. And so like I think that's the part where a lot of people are drawn to that now, where that was actually the most viewed. event that took place was the 3-point contest. The dunk contest, people was like, man, hell no. Like that dunk contest, and this is no slight of disrespect to them, but it was dry as hell. Like I'm like, man, McClung did his thing, like again, just because let's keep it real. We know the complexion he is, but he's shorter. He the only one that's doing any type of creative dunks, like the dunks that Jalen Brown was doing. Hell, them was dunks I could do. So a lot of these dunks we've seen, I mean, but then again, it's like you've seen almost damn near every dunk you can do, right? But it's not about the dunk; it's about the names that's out there. If you put some names out there that everybody like a John Morant or a Zion Williamson, like you put some names out there that's known for putting on shows for dunks, but also the fact that they're a big name, people gonna want to show up because they gonna be like, oh, I want to see what they gonna do, or like what I'm saying, just putting it out there. I spoke on this about and I made a video about LeBron not competing, what I'm saying, in the dunk contest and him lying saying he was going to put his hat in for a following year and didn't do it and stuff like that. I said, shit, he just didn't want to be associated with the fact of him losing the dunk contest because he's not a creative dunker. I mean, I'm sorry for any of my LeBron fans out there, but he's not a creative dunker. He's a power dunker. He's an in-game dunker. That's it. So you don't believe me? Go back and look at the high school dunk contest. People gonna say, how can you compare the high school dunk contest? That's high school. Yeah, but that gives you a glimpse into people athleticism. And you saw the dunks he was doing. He didn't do shit special. All thing he was doing, showing off his vert. That's it. Again, shit that I could do. So it's like if you doing something I can do, and I don't have nearly as much as the resources you have for you to work on certain things, then that ain't that's saying something. And that's no shot at LeBron. It's just the facts of the facts. He is an in-game power dunker. LeBron is not a creative dunker. He's gonna go out there and do some shit you ain't never seen before, and he's not willing to risk his name to go do it. Same thing I said in the video. Yeah, y'all saw how when he got dunked on by Jordan Crawford. I think that's his name. Yeah, Jordan Crawford. When they had that Nike camp, man, Nike swept that shit on the rug quick. They wanted nobody seeing that video. And then obviously years later it came out and it wasn't even anything crazy. Like getting dunked on is a part of basketball. It's something that's gonna happen. But him being the face of how he was and stuff, they didn't want that to stain his name. So it's like they're not gonna show that. They wasn't gonna put that out right away and let the world see it. So he was like, nah, I'm not gonna go out here and lose because it's gonna hurt my image. In reality, it wasn't gonna do nothing to his image. Hell, if he wouldn't have competed, even if he lost, it wouldn't matter. Jordan lost in the dunk contest. People don't remember that? Nigga lost to Dominique Wilkins. Dominique lost in the dunk contest. Don't make a difference. It's like, come on, man. Like these people. I mean, you got. It's more so going out and putting on a show for the fans, but people that it's just weird to me that they like, what I mean, like people saying one thing and don't do it and stuff like that. It's wild. Like he was one of the people that could have definitely single handedly made a big difference in the dunk contest. You had a young Kobe that competed in the dunk contest. You had a young Tracy McGrady that competed once. Like Vince competed once. You know what I mean? Gerald Green, Nate Robinson competed multiple times. Dwight Howard competed multiple times. Like JaVale McGee, like bro, the list goes on of people that like went out there and competed, and they put on a show and they had fun with it. LeBron's just, I don't know. It's honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I think he knew that he wasn't gonna win it, but just based off the fact that his name is LeBron and he like the face or one of the biggest names, they probably would have gave it to him just off the strength of that. But he wasn't even willing to take that risk to go see. So it is what it is, man. But I think the dunk contest is probably gonna phase out unless they actually do what I said to do, which is bring in professional dunkers and let them go at it, or you throw an incentive based thing out there to players of the name that we know are creative dunkers that'll make them more intrigued to go out there and compete in the dunk contest. That's the only way you're gonna save it. Get you a John Moran out there, get you a Zion out there, get you a shit. You can even bring Obi Toppin back if you want to. But like you got some names out here that's some high flyers that are creative and they can do some things. You just gotta again put an incentive out there that's gonna make them want to go out there and do it. The 3-point contest that's gonna literally carry it. That's gonna carry All Star Weekend for the next few years. And you see how they didn't even care to ask Steph to compete. He did his own thing. Steph actually competed against a female more so, and not in the real 3 point contest, but shit, he still beat the highest number for the 3 point contest. So it's like they know what it is when it comes to Steph. So Dame was like, shit, I'll go out there and light it up. So Dame went out there and won that joint again. So they trying to find things, but I think 3 point contest is definitely gonna be the one that's gonna definitely carry it on, man. Um, Josh Sennett said they're gonna have to go back to the and one mixtape era, which is all yeah. They're gonna have to go back to something, bro. That and one mixtape era was wild. Like you had people out here shangon people carrying traveling hot sauce and some people up doing all kind of stuff. But again, it was something that people looked at and it was entertaining. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? Definitely gonna have to do something. But my next one little point I'll move on to, man, teams trending in the right direction. You know what I mean? Um, you got some teams right now, man. Like we fresh off of All Star Weekend. That's definitely looking a little bit revamped, a little bit rejuvenated, and going through some things. More for me, the one team that jumps out more than anything is this Warriors team. Over their last 10 games, they 8-2. Over their last 10 games, bro. Like the Warriors, like Steph is that boy done woke up again. Them that saying the Splash Bros done woke up again. And Klay Thompson saying that he was willing to, go to the bench to help, reset everything and get everything back in position and sacrifice for the betterment of the team. It's made a big difference because they put everybody back in kind of into their natural positions. You know what I mean? So if y'all look at it back in the day when the Warriors was playing, when they was the Splash Bros and they was winning chips previous to Kevin Durant, um, they was known for what? Steph feeding Klay coming off of pin downs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when you got Steph out there, Klay, and then some other third or second year players that ain't too comfortable with being able to do the things they do. Like the Warriors had the perfect storm and the perfect team around them that enabled Steph and Klay to get off the way they got off, right? In the case of the situation now, they don't have that exact same roster. They still just have their main core three, which is Draymond, Steph, and Klay. So when you have these other players out there that's not like that, it's you can see it. Their chemistry's been completely off, right? So why is that? They need Steph to do much more scoring than he's used to doing now. If y'all have noticed, his shot attempts has went up. Obviously, his scoring per game as well. So they needed him to do more, which is going to do what? It's going to impact Klay because Klay's not going to get as many shots as he used to. And then obviously he went through a shooting slump. So all that kind of counted against it. So what he did is he even said it himself, and I wish I actually saved that quote so I could show y'all. He said it like I channeled my inner Manu Ginobili, saw that man won championships, came off the bench willingly, and it didn't impact or hurt his career at all. Is what his team asked of him to do, and he could have been a starter anywhere else in the league, but he wanted to stay with that core group and keep playing. So that's what made it an easy transition for Klay to go to the front office and ask him to come off the bench. And what did he do? Came off the bench, found his shooting stroke again, and now we see him out there putting up buckets, knocking down multiple threes every single game, and things of that nature. So I'm telling y'all, man, like it's a big difference of how things is being done now for the Warriors and having that stagnant lineup. Chris Paul he just came back from injury. Who knows how many games he's gonna be available for? We know that man he sneezes, he getting hernia or something happening to him. You know what I mean? But this Warriors team, man, they getting back into their chemistry, finding their way again, and you seeing it. Steph is definitely going off, man. That boy reawakened that light skinned killer. You know what I'm saying? That everybody was petrified of for a minute when he crossed half court. He letting that thing go. And guess who coming off them pin downs and screens and just letting it fly too? Klay Thompson doing the exact same thing. So they getting their swag back and getting back to it. So the league they gotta keep an eye out, man. As one team, like I said, that's trending in the right direction where it's like they not peaking, but they starting to get back to the point of where they playing the right brand of basketball heading into the most important stretch of the season. So they doing it at the right time. You know what I mean? And they a few games back behind my Lakers. You know what I mean? And a lot of people gonna say, hey, well, so you're a Lakers fan. How your Lakers? How you feel about them having coming back from that 21-point deficit against the Clippers? I liked it. I loved it, but at the same time, I feel like it was the Clippers. The Clippers gave that game away more so than the Lakers took it. And why do I say that? When I was watching the game live, and I could see that like Kawhi and then was just like just kind of going through the motion. This is nothing, kind of going through the motion. They got cold. They missed a couple of shots. Next thing you know, they found themselves, you know what I'm saying, calling back, trying to get the lead back because the Lakers had got hot. LeBron 19 points in the fourth quarter. Like, hats off to him. But when the hell are you gonna see LeBron knock down like 4 or 5 threes in a quarter? Like, come on, man. That's a once in every now that's a once in every now and then type of performance. Like, he can get to the rim, he still can do that effectively. But as far as him knocking down threes like that, come on, man. Um, it's one of the things. Oh, man, my bad. So let me get into the chat here real quick. I didn't completely disregarded it. Josh Sanders said also they all the biggest supporters literally hit to the head. Josh Sanders had that headband and big ass baggy shorts and shirts, huh? Yeah, that white tee era. Josh Sanders said LeBron showed who he is and he thought he was. Yeah, that's true. Chris said, bro, you gonna do some March Madness lives? Man, I'm thinking about it. It's tempting as hell, but man, it's gonna be a busy. I might try. I should try and do it. It's gonna be a busy ass time because I know, like I said, my son's birthday today, but we're not throwing a little party thing to him until next week, which is when my parents coming to Cali, and so do a little thing for him next weekend, and then that following what week is that? No, I think that following week after that is my daughter's birthday. She turned 2, and then their cousin birthday is on the 31st. So it's gonna be some busy week. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'd love to do it because when March Madness is going on, shit, I don't follow college basketball that close. But when March Madness pop up, man, I definitely be watching. I'll tell you that much. So I probably should. Yeah, let me don't think just do it because I need that. I got you. I got you. Let me go ahead and prep the babysitters and things like that, and definitely get that lined up so I can get that to y'all, man. Like I said, the kids are asleep right now, so I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and pop this joint on. But yeah, no, I'm gonna tap in with that March Madness for sure. Let me get that right. Let me get that right and get that on the books. But yeah, man, my Lakers team, they and y'all saw they came back from 21 down, beat the Clippers. A hell of a team. Obviously, the Clippers won in the fourth seed. They one of the top 5 teams in the West. And then they come back and they playing against the goddamn Washington Wizards, the goddamn Wizards, and they fight tooth and nail with them. And it's what I said before. They need to be consistent. They got the dub, which I appreciate, but it's like that's the team you should go in there and put your foot up their ass and have your starters rested in the fourth quarter. That's something they have to do. That's something they have to get used to. That's something they have to take advantage of. But for some reason, man, again, it's just they find themselves in dogfights, and that ain't got to be the case. You should be shake, rattling, and rolling, and getting your ass up out of there and enjoying getting some rest, so then that way you getting prepared for the next game. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. We in the ninth seed right now. The crazy thing is, man, between the 4 seed and 10 seed, it's only a 6 game separation. It's literally a 6 game differential between the goddamn 4 seed and the 10 seed in the West. So imagine one of these teams getting hot and winning like, you know what I'm saying, 8 or 10 games straight. You know, we could see a big change up in the Western Conference. And the crazy thing is, you look over in the Eastern Conference, hell, 2nd seed through 7th seed, they got a 4 game differential. So it's even tighter on that side. 76ers better hold on to dear life. We know Joel potentially might be getting shut down for the season. They better hold on for dear life. But I think without Joel, that team ain't going nowhere anyway. So either way, it's gonna be an early outage or no outage. I mean, they can pick their poison of what they want to do. Because Maxi ain't gonna be able to carry the damn team. That's just my honest opinion. I know my brother Crush. He in Philly. I can't remember if he's a Sixers fan or not, but I'm pretty sure as much as he would want to disagree, he probably would agree with that fact though. Um, Josh Sanders said that is when the trash talk really gets intense. College basketball. Yeah, yeah. That's one thing I can say I did notice, man. When that March Madness roll around and people going for their automata or whatever former school, I forgot to say that damn word, getting tongue tied with it. When they go on with their other school, man, I didn't see it firsthand. Like some of these people, like be inner beasts in the household, like walk in, they got half Duke over here, have North Carolina over here. And I'm like, hold on, how the hell y'all in the same household? Y'all like arch enemies. Like Like, I'm confused. Like normally you don't have something like to that extreme, but I remember I saw that before, and I was thrown off for a second. I was like, man, what the hell? Like, mm-mm. I know. Quia drowned somebody in a cup of water if they came in her crib in some North Carolina gear. It is NC gear, or yeah, because you're a Duke fan, if I'm not mistaken, right? Queen said, I'm looking forward to the women playing than the men. Yeah, a lot of people are. And then, also another thing, I said not to keep hopscotch of subjects, and I'll get back to my point of what I'm making about this East and Western Conference. What is her name? Caitlin Clark, or whatever her name is. They trying to say she the all-time leading scorer in college history for women, when in reality it's actually a black female player. I can't remember. It's like her name is Pearson something or something Pearson. I can't remember her name because I just had seen it and I was like, yeah. So I guess it was like a different change of like a college point of when they integrated a certain thing. Either way it goes, man. Caitlin Clark is not the all-time leading scorer in women's college history. She's not. That's like some falsified, some alternative facts history is what that is. Like people you gotta understand that joint, man. Um, As Queen said, right back in the day, it used to go down between Duke and North Carolina. And G5 said she Duke all day. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew it was something. She said they would get kicked out, no Billy go attire allowed. Brother Josh Anderson said South Carolina females are looking very, very uncommon like the from back in the day. Oh, like UConn from back in the day, man. That UConn from back in the day team. Ooh wee. But yeah, Quee. I saw that joint, man. I was like, yeah, they trying hard, brother, to push old girl to make her the end all be all. They want her to be the best, and it's like, come on, man. Like, you don't try to change, don't try to rewrite history like we can't see what it is. Like, stop the bullshit. Quee said Juju putting up the numbers. Yeah, yeah. It's like they got to stop the bullshit, man. We know she not the all time leading scorer. Yeah, Maya Moore, drop her ass off quick. Telling you, bro. Super quick. But back to this East and West. But yeah, this four game differential in the East and the 6 game differential in the West, bro. We gonna see some teams dropping and going up, man. I would say for me, if I'm gonna look at it from who's my team in the East that I could consider a threat to win a chip, it's only the Celtics and the Bucks. That's no disrespect to the Cavs. That's no disrespect to the Knicks. It's just the truth. Cavs is just they just not ready for it. They don't have something that I can see consistently where I look at this team and I say, hey man, this is a championship pedigree team. This team got an opportunity to compete for a championship. I just don't see it. Like there's something that's missing for me for that team. That's just something that's missing. Now when I look at the Knicks, I say this exact same thing. Hard fought, tough team. Jalen Brunson is doing this thing for sure, but it's like when they break it down and you going into a series where I get to strategize and game plan and you going up against that team as the first one to four, best out of seven. It's it's one of the things, man. I can't see them beating a Celtics team. I can't see them beating a Bucks team. I can't see them beating either one of those teams in the series. Hell, I'd had them hard pressed to beat the goddamn Pacers in the series. To be honest with y'all, the Heat as well. PGA big dog in the building. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Josh Sanders said Maya Moore was my girl back then. Don't tell nobody. Hey, you fumbled the bag then, bro. You're supposed to pull in that driveway and never pull out. Shit, I don't know what you did. You're supposed to pull in and never pull out of that driveway, bro. You're supposed to pull in that driveway and take the goddamn wheels off the car and let that thing not be movable. Um, Quee said Angel Reese is amazing. I love her attitude. Confidence is through the roof. Yeah, that's a fact. See, that girl is confident as hell, and she be talking that. Wee. I seen a little clip. I think that was a matter of fact. I think my man Daniel Berry had dropped a short. Yeah, I think it was Daniel Berry had dropped a short on his video on his channel. My bad. On his channel, he dropped a short where it was like lipping out or showing what she said, and she was telling old girl like, "Who the fuck are you talking to? Like, you better watch your mouth." Like, she said, "How many points you got?" Oh, I thought so. And like she was like checking her ass. I'm like, man, she talking now. Ooh, wee, wee, wee. Jocelyn Side injuries added to she ready for the WNBA now. Hey, she getting WNBA bread right now. That NIL money, boy. That money is having these college players goddamn richer than some of these goddamn professional athletes. That junk is wild. PJ's big dog said women's college hoop is better than men's right now. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. PGA saying Quee just said the same thing too. So I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to get up on that and brush my game up and watching them joints, man. And I think it's more so wild that we seeing goddamn girls out here dunking as if they goddamn boys. It's I don't even know what to say. It's insane. It's insane to me that's what I'm seeing. Seeing goddamn girls out here dunking as if they men. And I'm like, like I saw a highlight of this girl. She came down. I think it was a dude because I don't know what it was. She came down and threw it down on his head with the left. I'm like, hold on, man. What the hell are they feeding these girls? Like when I was growing up in hooping, I wasn't seeing no females out here dunking. The only person that you heard of dunking at any point at any level was motherfucking Lisa Leslie. That was it back in my day. And I ain't even old. That's just the only WNBA player or woman that I ever heard was dunking. Now you got everybody dunking. And then it ain't like they rim grades and they out here two-handing, they dunking on people. I'm like, hold on, bro. Something ain't right. Something is not right. You got some dudes that can't dunk, and they over 6 foot tall. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm super confused. Quee said she getting the NIL bread. Yeah, exactly. When Plies pulled up at the South Carolina game with the crock pot, it's yeah. Don't forget about Rebecca Lobo. Yeah, I was gonna say some of the players I don't know them by first name, but all I do know is like I said, when people was out there dunking, like when I'm seeing females out here dunking easier than men, and some men is the same height and can't, or whatever the case is, I'm like, bro, that's wild to me. Like I never thought in my wildest dreams back in the day we'd be talking about girls in high school, college, even NBA, like more so being able to dunk at will, like kind of thing. That's absurd. Like not in a bad way. That's just crazy that's just not something I thought like that would be a case. But hey, we in that time and age now. It's happening. Ain't no ducking and dodging that joint. Yeah, but yeah, but for that NBA joint though, so the Celtics and the Bucks for me, I can see them beating any and all of the teams in the East in the 7 game series. Man, I can see every last one of them doing it. The Celtics and the Bucks. Everybody else, I feel like it's gonna be a drag out dog fight. All of them. The Heat, if the Heat is on and they playing right, I can throw them in there because they've been there time and time and again, and they're proven. And so I can throw them in there as well of being a team that definitely can compete for a chip in the East. Everybody else, I feel like it's like nah, they don't have the experience. They haven't been there before. They don't know what to do. They don't have the players that have the pedigree. It's a whole lot that goes into it when it comes to that. But for me, yeah, I think now that I mentioned it and I'm saying that a lot to myself, it's 3 teams for me: Celtics, Bucks, and Heat are the 3 teams that I can say if I there's the 3 teams I have coming out of the East, or one of those 3 coming out of the East. That's how I label it for me. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that I'm definitely gonna be more right than wrong on that. And I think my prediction record speak for that. If ain't nobody seen that joint, hell, I'm well over 300 games above 500. What am I set 7? What am I 744 and 436? So yeah, I'm confident when I can do or say them things. I'm very confident with that. In the West, now the West is different. The West is it's damn near wide open. I think for the West, it comes down to who's health. I mean, obviously for the East and West, it comes down to who's the most healthiest at the end of the year. But for the West, man, it could be the Warriors, it could be the Lakers, it could be the Suns, it could be the Nuggets, um, potentially the Clippers. I feel like the Thunder. I can't see them making it to a chip because I don't think like when a team is able to lock in like that, and again strategically game 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 plan and scheme for a team, it makes a big difference, right? And when I watch this Thunder team, I see there's vulnerabilities for sure, and I see a lot of holes as far as if they're competing in the playoffs and people and the game slows down. how can they deal with certain things like that? And people lock in on those key players and force other players to be the ones to beat you. And I see the Thunder having an issue with that. The Timberwolves, um, I know Anthony Edwards is real. I can say that from without a doubt. Anthony Edwards is a dog. That boy right there, man. That boy is a star. That's the only thing I can say. Like Anthony Edwards is the real deal. Anthony Edwards is the real deal. The only issue I have is the rest of his team not being able to up their game or increase they level of game to be able to handle in those big moment type situations. That's the only thing I'd be worried or concerned about. Karl Anthony Towns, nah, I'm not sold on Cat. That's no disrespect or slight to him. Not sold on Cat. I just feel like, hey, we done seen him getting tapped out by Ben Simmons. And I wish I had that clip. I'll play it for y'all, man. Like when you got a crybaby face all the time, that's just not a good look. Rudy Gobert, he do exactly what they need him to do: rim run and protect the rim as best as he can and rebound. That's it. Karl Anthony Towns is the one where they need more out of him, but I feel like I said, when it come down to big moments, I don't think he's gonna be able to be there. And Anthony Edwards, I feel like gonna be out there on his own, trying to do everything he can. I feel like they'll definitely, obviously, I feel like they'll make the playoffs, but as far as competing for a championship, I just don't see it this year. I think they're missing a piece as well. I can't quite put my finger on it, to be honest with y'all, what that exact piece is, but I feel like they're missing a piece. But for the Nuggets, Clippers, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, I can throw in the Mavs in there as well. I feel like any one of them teams are ones that can come out of the West. The Mavs with Luca and Kyrie championship pedigree and knows what it takes and is able to increase his game at that time. And we saw what Luca did to the Suns. And when it's playoff time, he has a track record of putting on in the biggest moments. It's just, again, you more so are worried about the rest of the team being able to come along with them, and a part of that falls on those two players' shoulders of them to be able to make sure that those players putting them in the best positions for them to elevate their game and give themselves a good chance to win the championship or give themselves a good chance to win a series. So, and then like I said, the Lakers. I mean, I know my team old, but hey, you got LeBron and AD and some wiry others. So I just need them others to make sure they step up. I can see that going. I can see the Warriors just based off the fact, again, they one of them teams that I mean, yeah, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the Warriors, man. We know what it is with that team, what they're capable of. Like I said, the other teams that you can me like have some kind of worry about would be the Suns because they choked in the biggest moments. I still don't understand how the hell they lost to the Bucks. Obviously, outside of Giannis going absolutely nuts on their ass, that was their championship for the picking, and they gave it away by not understanding how to conform and change up their game plan and how they play defense on Giannis. It was their game. It was their championship to have, and they gave it away. And Milwaukee took it at the exact same time. So for them, Suns got to show me that they have the ability to overcome that. They look great in the regular season, get to the playoffs, and then got to that biggest moment and just choked it away. Clippers, I think for the Clippers, man, they just got to be healthy, and they got a slew of players that's been in big moments and big moment games. The only one I would be worried about on that roster that's been choked when that spotlight got bright is James Harden. James Harden looked like hell. He could be top five player in NBA history in the regular season. And then when them playoffs start, man, when I tell you that boy shrink, oh we, honey, I shrunk the kid's ass. That boy just disappears, man. Like I don't even know what to say. Like Harden, James Harden legitimately just disappears, man. That dude turned into the Invisible Man. When it came to the biggest moments, that boy is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So for them, yeah, it's a matter of yeah, they just need to be healthy. We've seen Kawhi turn up in the playoffs for sure, so that's not a concern. Paul George, he do the same thing a little bit as well. We seen what the old school battles he had back in the day when he was with the Pacers and LeBron was with the Heat. We saw him, you know what I'm saying? We saw how that went. So that's one thing about that one, right? And then, like I said, the Nuggets, we saw that they just won the chip. So I mean, you can't really knock them off the pedestal or think that's gonna make a difference or change for them. Still had the same roster intact. The only thing they kind of got rid of was his name, my man Brown. not Bruce. Was it Bruce? I can't even remember his name because he went to Indiana and then he just got traded somewhere else and like I mean he became a non-factor. I can't even remember where the hell he's playing right now, but he was kind of the only one that they really lost from their core group of players. They still got everybody there. Now, they still got Jamal Murray. They still got Jokic. They still got Michael Porter Jr. They still got Contavious Caldwell Pope. So it's like they still got their core players together. So they're not missing much of anything. So they still right there in the runnings for it as well. The Kings, as much as I like the Kings, man, and I like watching the Kings play, it's just something about them that for me it felt like I'm not confident that they're gonna be able to make a deep playoff push. I don't have that highest confidence in them being able to go out there and put a scare in a team where it's gonna say we can compete for a championship. It's just something about it where push come to shove, man, they just kind of they buckle under the pressure. I don't know what it is, but that's what I've seen time and time and again with them. So they're gonna have to figure it out. Pelicans, I can't see them doing it either because health is a major issue with that team. But also like there ain't no excuse, bro. Like they should be, I would say, top five. I mean, they sitting right outside the five seed right now. They're in the six, but they should be top five team because you look at the roster, bro. They're immensely talented at the roster. You got CJ McCollum, you got Brandon Ingram, you got me on Zion, you got some other players on that squad. What is his name? Valanciunas, their big center. They use him sparingly. You got Trey Murphy or Herb Jones. You got players on this team that gritty, get after it, low maintenance kind of stars and things of that nature. But it's just for some reason, bro, like they quietly skating by, but at the same time, the way they're skating by, it's not one of those ones where you can see this team competing for a championship. Shit, when John Morant came back from his suspension, he made an example out of the Pelicans twice. When they went on a quick little few game winning streak, he beat their ass by himself, single handedly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's wild, man. We say he ain't all that anymore. Damn, I missed that. AB in the building, salute to you, man. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Let me get you right real quick, brother. He said, sent me an offer. You playing me right now? How the hell you gonna send me an offer for my players and you already whooping my ass? You gonna send me an offer? you you whooping my ass and you gonna send me an offer for my player, man? What kind what kind of craziness is that, AB? You whooping my ass already and you gonna try and make a trade with me and you want my player, man? Hey, I ain't gave up, goddamn it. I'm trying to win some games. Even if I ain't gonna make the playoffs for our NBA fantasy, I'm trying to win some games, damn it. I don't like losing, man. My team been, I don't know. I didn't have people in and out, hurt left and right, all kind of stuff going on. I'm like, all right, saying y'all gonna do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Where that Denzel clip at? Y'all gonna do this to me? Like my team, man, I don't know what the hell wrong with them. They just decided to come out here and lay an egg on me every night. I'm like, all right, I see what it is. See what it is. I'm putting cases on all you mother. That's wild, man. But yeah, man. That's just my take on the East and West as far as the teams that I have that could either come out of the East, come out of the West, or teams that I look at as a potential, saying championship caliber team or a team that should be competing for championships and things of that nature. That was my take on them. But yeah, man, the league is and I had one last talking point on this too, and I was just saying like why the league is losing fans, right? Compared to what is it? I would say compared to 90s, and I'm not old enough to say 80s basketball. I couldn't see that, but 90s basketball on forward to I would say mid 2000s to mid 2010s. It's the viewership of the NBA has definitely trended downward, and it's more so of the fact that you're losing the crowd, which is the 80s babies, because the 80s babies, including myself, what's one thing about us in our age group that we appreciate? We appreciate defense. We appreciate competition. In this day and age, when you watch the NBA, bro, you don't get that damn near at all. You don't get it. You don't get competition. You don't get I mean, I know them changing the rule, no hand checking and stuff like that, and they're trying to drive the league in the direction of high scoring games. But you driving the league in the direction of high scoring games is also driving that fan base to that or that viewership market completely away from it. Because it's not allowing for competition to be played at the highest level. It's not allowing for people that used to be known as defensive stoppers to even exist. Like there's only a handful of players in the league now where you attach them being a defensive stopper or them knowing how to play defense. There's only a handful of them that you attach to their name. Kawhi being one of them, Anthony Davis being one. What's my other boy name? Lou Dort that plays for OKC. LeBron, hell no. I'd say chase down block kind of defender. Who else could I say is another like not lockdown defender, but just known for playing solid ass defense and is always played good defense. Like that's the thing is before when we looked at like I said in the 2000s or mid 2010s, you had a litany of people where it was like when they played defense. Um, Queen said women play defense, men just wing it. That's a fact. And I probably caught that message. That's a fact. They It's not too many of them that you can think of, which is sad. But as I said, the mid 2010s and stuff like that, or 2000s, people prided themselves on defense because it was a competitive nature. Because those players were the tail end players of the late 90s, late 90s players. They came in. That's what they grew up seeing was defense wins championships. You know what I'm saying? Competition is everything. That's what they grew up seeing. So what did these other players grow up seeing and what they're exhibiting now? Shoot from half court. You know what I'm saying? Shoot from 35 feet out. You know what I'm saying? Like no defense being played. Everybody just want to make the next highlight reel. Nobody wants to take a chance. Why? Nobody wants to become a meme. Nobody wants to be that on somebody else's highlight reel. Things of that nature, man. So it's like the and that's one thing I can say. Like I said, us 80s babies, we don't appreciate nor care for that because we didn't grow up in an era where we were sensitive to the fact that if you get posted, you get posted. You get crossed, you get crossed. Somebody spied a three in your eye, they spied a three in your eye. But you're gonna have to do that multiple times because I'm gonna get you back at some point. You know what I mean? Brother Josh Shannon said back then you rarely seen NBA games where a team scored 100 points at the end of the game. That's a fact, bro. It was like a normal occurrence where you would get games where it would be 80 something to 90 something, or like hell, even a handful of them where it was like 80 something to 80 something, like or 90 something to 90 something, sometimes 70 something to 80 something. Because they were playing some good ass fucking defense. Also, they wasn't shooting a lot of threes, but at the same time, they were playing solid defense. This day and age, bro, you seeing teams having damn near 70, 80 points at halftime. Like at halftime. That's absurd. That is outrageous. Like that's not basketball. I don't even know what to call that. That's pretty much what is it? I would say open shoot around and they keep and score. Like that's what that is. It's open shoot around and they keep and score. Like the NBA All Star game, bro, they had damn near put up over 400 points in a damn All Star game. Like who? Like come on, man. Like that's not even trying. That's absurd. That's wild. Josh Henderson said, I remember 10 games where both teams scored 100 back then. Yeah. Please say this bullshit. That's a fact. I'm telling you, and that's the reason why the NBA is losing viewership because they are swaying the game towards high scoring games, which is minimizing defense to be played, which is doing what? It's making it impossible for a player to compete because you're telling them that they can't play defense how they grew up either watching defense or how defense should be played. Like you're literally putting yourself at a disadvantage, and the league is doing a disservice to itself by doing that. You're handicapping yourself, and you're pushing certain viewership market completely out of the game, bro. Like I don't know how else to really explain that for NBA fans or people that's saying like even now people be telling me like, bro, I'm not a fan of NBA. I'll subscribe to you, but I'm not a fan of NBA no more. And I'm like, hey, I can appreciate that. Brother Jay Gibb in the building, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, bro. where you know what I'm saying, where they telling me like, hey, one, I'm not a fan, bro. I'll come subscribe to you, but I can't rock with the NBA just because. And it's the same common theme, the fact that they just don't like these high scoring ass games. So I guess and now salute to A1 and the fan. Um salute to you, bro. Josh Henderson said that they want all offense and absolutely no defense. So, salute to Tayshaun Prince, little cousin fan. I missed that at first. Jay Gill, I missed it at first. I told you. Hey, Jay Gill looked like Bubba from Forrest Gump. Justin said, "I see you snuck one in there. Should have showed him the line." Yeah, yeah, yeah. I missed that one too. I missed that one too, Josh. I was focused on saying my other joint. I missed that one that he popped that little snuck that one in there real quick. But yeah, man, that's what people tell me every single time, bro. It's like they don't appreciate this high scoring NBA games, and there's just no competition, and everybody just again scared to be on somebody else's highlight kind of thing. That's the energy they give, and that's the energy that they pushing off. And I'm like, man, I can't say nothing to it except for hey, come check out the channel, hear what I'm talking about, and see if you rock with it or you don't rock with it. But I was like, more than likely you gonna rock with it because I agree with that segment of people that say I can't rock with the NBA now because they don't compete. And so I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna just bring, I'm gonna try my best to bring the I wouldn't say the fun back to the NBA, but the realness back to it where we talking about what we seeing. We talking about the lack of what we seen and trying to push to be a voice to be heard on saying, hey, this is the way we can fix the league. This is the way we can snag this, what I'm saying, market group of viewers back. I mean, this is what we can do to fix this. But yeah, it's only one voice, but hey, I'm gonna get this voice big enough to the point where they all hear it and they know this is what we can do to fix it, where people come back to liking the NBA. Otherwise, you're not gonna like the NBA because you got, and again, I ain't gonna shit on the refs, but at the same time, you see some of these refs out here making some crazy wild mistakes, and it's very blatant. You see some of these players they traveling. I mean, you got players taking goddamn 6 steps and they not calling it. It's like, come on, bro, you have to call it. You have to. It's this if it's that point blank and obvious, you gotta be able to do it. If y'all wanna integrate what is it, challenges and stuff like that, you gotta be able to utilize it for its entirety to get a play right. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that they trying to do, but at the same time, it's like it's an easy fix to make it workable or something that fans gonna appreciate, if you actually do it. But right now, it's like, nah, you pushing a lot of people away, man. Wow, a lot of people away by trying to make the game up tempo, high scoring game. Don't do it. Like if anybody working for the NBA right now or any of that sees this video and they listening, tell them that they need to make a change to allow for, I wouldn't say allow hand checking to come back, but you got to allow these players to be able to play defense and not be penalized for it. You got to allow these players to be able to compete. You know what I mean? Because all this just super high scoring games is cool for like the kids, meaning like kids in middle school, maybe high school, they watching what they seeing and they like, oh, I want to be able to shoot like Steph or you know what I'm saying, do the James Harden Euro and get to the line and shoot 1,000 free throws and shit like that. But it's like at the end of the day, man, you got to make it where it's competitive. It's not gonna be competitive, and they're not gonna look at it from that point. If everybody just wanna, all they want to do is score. That's all you predicate your game onto. People don't want to sit down in that chair and slide their feet. They don't want to get in that defensive stance. Like I said, people scared of making somebody else's highlight. And I grew up in an era where that shit didn't matter at all. It was like, okay, I made yours, now I'm gonna get you on mine. You got me with a nice crossover. Now I'm gonna rip you about 3 times. I'm gonna pin your shit off the backboard. Or I'm gonna do something that's gonna get you back, from the defensive side of things because I accepted it as a challenge. You got me once, cool. You're not gonna get me again. And then some players, they looked at it like, you got me once. Okay, now you got me on that play. Now I'm gonna make your ass play defense. You're gonna have to come down here and you're gonna have to play some defense yourself. So I'm gonna get you back. You know what I'm saying? Tit for tat. We seen that. You know what I mean? We've seen these players and whether it be all-star games or certain kind of charity games where one person hit a shot, other person hit a shot, one person hit a shot, other person, like Kyrie and what's my man McKnight, when they was going at it, when they went back and forth and then Kyrie dropped his ass with a nice crossover and step back. Knight came back and hit a shot. Kyrie came down and hit another shot. Like they went back and forth. You know what I mean? What's my other boy name? Deion Waiters and Deion Waiters and Tim Hardaway Jr. and they rising stars game. You know what I mean? They went back and forth trading 3 pointers, and so I'm saying they was playing defense on one another. Like they was getting after. That's what competition is about. Why was Tim Hardaway Jr. getting after it like that? Because his daddy, Tim Hardaway Sr., was what? He was a dog. He got after. He didn't do that lazy bullshit. What's good, BP? Appreciate you slide to this joint, man. Let me get you right real quick. Tim Hardaway Sr. was a dog. Like, so he wasn't for all that letting somebody slide, not playing defense, and oh, you got me once. I'm not gonna worry about getting you back. Tim Hardaway Jr. was like, hell no, I'm on your ass. So why do you think Tim Hardaway Sr. was like that? Why do y'all think Tim Hardaway Jr. was like that? Because he grew up in a time and place where he saw you got to play both ends of the court. You got me once over here. Now I'm gonna make your ass play defense. Plain and simple. Look, Josh Innocent, back then you didn't play in time unless you played defense. That's a fact. Cleats, I'm gonna knock you on your ass and throw an elbow. Josh Innocent, motherfucker, you was out there throwing elbows in the paint like Shaq. Yeah, that's what she said. She was the enforcer. He was the enforcer back in her day when she hooped. He said they turned everybody out and it was just on them on the court. It's a mental game. That's a fact. Definitely a fact. I'm telling you, man, like it's one of the things where I keep preaching it to everybody and anybody willing to listen. The fact is, they gotta compete. Otherwise, the league is it's gonna find themselves in a world of hurt when they sit here struggling to get viewership because they can't make that adjustment for them to change up some things to snag that viewership back. They think going through the kids is gonna be the selling point. It's not. That's not the selling point. The best way to get your viewership up is literally targeting this specific the 80s babies right now. Why? Because the 80s babies can watch the game, understand it, and appreciate it. And the 80s baby also have kids that they can show these games to. They can take their kids to these games. Older generation, I mean, shit, they probably done washed their hands of this. They done washed their hands of this version of the NBA. You think these older players are Dr. J's and Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and all these guys is looking at this game like, man, this is a pure game now. I like it. I'm seeing it. Man, these old players can't stand it. They can't stand what the hell they're looking at right now. I'm gonna try and get one of these old players that through some contacts or people I know. I'm gonna try and get one of them on this joint just to talk about what they see and now do they appreciate it. And I guarantee you the only thing if I can almost guarantee you the one thing that they probably say they can appreciate is the shooting. Outside of that, they gonna the ball handling and shooting probably might be the only two things. Outside of that, they're gonna say they it's watered down, they don't like it because there's no competition. You don't have the best guard and the best. You don't have players willing to compete. You don't have none of that. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all that now. It's crazy. Queen said I was labeled in the newspaper the defensive enforcer on the team. I talk shit to you already. As well. What's good with it, Thomas? TV Sports in the building. What's good with it, bro? How you doing over there on the East Coast, man? Oh man, that's funny. That's it. Said, okay, female Debo. They be quiet in the locker room at halftime. They be talking again. That's wild. That's wild, man. That's wild. I know it's hard to believe. I'm telling y'all, man. Like these older generations, bro. Like they don't appreciate what they're seeing right now in the game that's being played, man. Not one goddamn bit. And I'm telling you, the reason they losing viewership, the reason they going through all the stuff they doing is exactly what I'm telling y'all, man. So they gotta figure this stuff out, man. They gotta figure it out. Otherwise, it's gonna be a lost cause, man. You gonna have, you know what I'm saying? And again, their viewership is these players get paid based off of the what is it? The marketing of their viewership of who they're funneling these games through. So ESPN, TNT, local viewerships and channels and stuff like that. If views are down, these companies ain't gonna be paying them to showcase these games, they're gonna be like, man, get this shit out of here. This ain't making us no money. This ain't doing nothing for us. Get this off my program. So they better do something. Jay Gibbs said female Ron Artest. That's wild, bro. He said, bro, they knew my jersey number before I was even in the uniform talking about it. That's wild. Brother Thomas said, yo, the Haney Garcia tickets were retarded high. Oh, how much were the tickets, Thomas? That's funny. YouTube was going wild about that. Everybody going wild about everybody going absolutely insane about all that. The tickets, the sparring, the promotion, the everything about this whole thing surrounded it. And I said, guess what? They doing exactly what they doing because they got everybody talking about it in one way or another. All eyes is on this event right now. Everybody talking about it. One way or another, they talking about it. People shitting on it, or they big up in it, or they doing something. But either way, it's being talked about. You know what I'm saying? DP said, Queen is Robin. Queen, Quebo. That's wild, man. Thomas said, Queen said, no peace when I'm on the court. Hell no. Thomas said the cheapest ticket to sit at the top is 355. Man, they trying not to sell out. That's what that is. They trying not to sell out. If you was gonna try and break tank record, then which again I think is why the ticket prices are so high. You would try to find a happy medium, but if you doing something like that, yeah, you try not to sell out. 'Cause I don't think nobody in their right damn mind gonna be like, I'm gonna go spend almost $400 to go sit in nosebleeds, and they gonna look like little dots in the ring. Ain't no way in hell somebody gonna do that. At least not me. If I'm gonna be at a game like an NBA game when I go to it, I'm on the lower section, plain and simple. I'm hearing the shit talking and want to be able to see everything. You know what I mean? I want to be able to see and hear it. I want to hear the ski ski on the court. I want to be able to hear when they sitting there talking shit to the fan. I want to be damn near courtside or floor seats. That's where I want to be at. If I'm going to a game or any kind of event, that's where I want to be. I want no parts of sitting up there and I'm looking through binoculars or I'm literally looking at the shit, watching it on the screen, but I'm in the building like that. I'm good. A lot of people want to go and just have the experience. Nah, I'm good. I'd rather watch it on front row from my goddamn couch and enjoy it from my couch, uninterrupted, big screen. I'm not gonna pay a certain amount of money to go watch it on the goddamn jumbotron in the building. Ain't no way. Chris said, then on the damn 131 press, they had the audacity to put me at the top to guard the inbound ball. Why would you do that? I'm like, oh man. My boys used to call me Baby Tyson. Yeah, nah, you weren't playing basketball. You was out there playing football or rugby or some I don't know what you was playing rugby, man. Ain't no way. My bad, y'all. I got a call. Let me know if y'all can still hear me on the audio. Let me know if the audio is still up and running. Anybody that's in this joint, let me know. Hopefully my audio didn't get kicked out. I don't want to try and leave and come back in. So. All right. Appreciate you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Appreciate I was cold piece on the hardware and blacktop. To be fair, every seat in the Barclays is pretty good. Oh, okay, Thomas. Okay, okay. Even the seats up high because they the way they built it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't even looked at the Barclays to see. I haven't even looked at it to see how they have it like arena of it built down and stuff like that. I just know, like I said, man, if I'm gonna go watch any kind of sporting event, my thing is I gotta be front row or lower level because I want to be able to watch that joint in its entirety. Like I don't want to be looking at the goddamn jumbotron watching it or trying to look through binoculars and see it. So I gotta see it. I gotta see it for live action point. That's what I want. Quick said, my mom used to tell me if you're not gonna play right, sit your ass down. I'm sticking with people. Oh man, bro, Thompson, yes, me too. Lower level, yeah, man. That's the only way to do it. If you're gonna do it, you gotta go. You gotta go. If you go sit up there at nosebleeds and you literally watching it on the jumbotron, you should have kept your ass at home and watched it on TV for free. Because the only thing you paid for was to say you went there and wasted some money and you got to walk around. That's pretty much it. Quick said that was my fault though. They shouldn't be so soft against me. Yeah, Quee. I had a situation like that where I bodied me a 6'9" dude, or 6'9" or 6'10", one of the two. I put his ass on the poster real quick. He wasn't expecting it because he was sitting in the lane, dropping back like as if like he didn't make a quick enough decision. Before he knew it, I was up on him to put his ass in the rim. Shit, he was backpedaling, indecisive on if he was gonna stop balling or not. Okay, you keep backpedaling if you want to. Put his big ass in the rim. And he didn't do that no more. As soon as I start coming down the lane, he's stepping all the way up. He coming up past the dotted line and everything. You stop where you are, sir. No, thank you. That ain't happening again. he wanted no part of that. We say you see they soft, man. If you ain't hurt them, you need to be on the bench. Yeah, that's how them coaches was, man. If you ain't laying somebody out, if your job was to be the enforcer, if you didn't go out there and do it, they was gonna put your ass on the bench. And then they was gonna put you on the bench that next day after putting you on the bench, they was gonna have your ass running suicides at practice. And for anybody that don't know what a suicide is, if you stand on the baseline under the rim, every line in front of you, you gotta run out there, you gotta touch it, come back. You know what I'm saying? So normally it's like, what is it, free throw line, come back, um, top of the elbow, come back, 3 point line, come back, midway, half court, come back, then half court, come back. Like, yeah, you touching every line and coming back. That's what a suicide is. So I ain't talking about nobody slitting their wrists. If anybody in here that don't know what it is, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about they have your ass running lines on the goddamn basketball court. Like they wasn't playing. DP said I put a Samaki Walker on a poster. Yeah, I'm telling you. Josh Sennett said they can't even enjoy the basketball game. They just got to be in the fight. Yeah, they got to do something. If your job is the enforcer, you gotta, yeah. If your job is the enforcer, somebody got to be bleeding, either bleeding, bruised, hurt, injured, something. Somebody got to be laid out. Somebody got to be made an example of. Whoever the enforcer was, they sole mission was to go out there and make a statement. Sole mission. Only thing they on the team for is to make a statement. When they doing layup lines, they ain't even doing layups. They're doing push-ups. Like they not doing layups, they doing push-ups. So like that's the thing, man. Man, that junk be wild, bro. I'm telling you, absolutely crazy when you watch these games and watching that stuff. If you ain't out there putting up buckets or playing defense, you gonna be on that bench. And if your job again is the enforcer, you doing push-ups before the game. When they shooting free throws, you over there, you know what I'm saying, mean mugging, looking at somebody that you know you're gonna knock out. Chris said I couldn't make a damn free throw to save my life, but damn it, we needed them to come through. So Queen was out there shooting like Shaq did. And Shaq said I couldn't make them, but I made them when they needed them. Or when we needed them. Josh Anderson said, the worst is when you make you squat and lean against the wall and stay like that forever and your ass better not touch the ground or everyone is running all practice. Yeah, Josh. Yes, sir. And then the crazy thing was, man, my coach, what they did to us when they would do, whether it be jumping drills or these other ones, right? It's like they'd have for people that could touch the backboard, like they have us all standing under there. You jumping up and touch the backboard. You got to do like repetitive speed jumps. Touching the net. Whoever can touch the net, you touching the net. Whoever touch the backboard, you touch the backboard. For dunkers, you got to touch the rim, right? And so my coach, and this is what got me. It was a good thing and a bad thing, man. My coach, man, tore my ass up, bro. When I tell y'all, like, cause I started dunk, like I could touch rim and kind of graze dunk in 8th grade, right? But when I went to being a freshman, like I went from being like 5'8" over the summer, within a summer time span, I went from being 5'8" to 6 foot over a summer. So when I tell y'all, and the same coach had already seen me playing in eighth grade for a team because he was like one of the traveling the AAU coaches too. So when I went to the school and stuff, he saw me. He got a little bit taller. So I'm sitting here jumping, just touching the backboard, right? And so in game, I had never dunked in practice or anything. He never knew I could dunk, man. In game, I had the opportunity, man. I think at the time I was like 6'1", and there was this dude that was like 6'7". Man, I went up there and bodied his ass. My coach, he cheered and stuff. I went we they called a timeout. Went back to the bench. He was like, "Oh, okay, you doing it like that?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He was hyped and stuff, but I didn't pay attention when he said, "You doing it like that?" Man, that next day at practice, bro. So I was sitting like, we started doing our jumping. Then he was like, what you doing? Get your ass over there and grab that rim. You showed me you can dunk now. You messed up. Oh man. Matter of fact, go ahead and give me a suicide since you want to dunk and not tell nobody. Oh man. So we did that, but after that, man, we started having we had live plays. So they had call out a color, and then depending on the color or something like that, if it like that'd be that numbers and colors. For that way, we know which wing is supposed to catch the lob, who sets the back pick, and who catch the lob. Like that's the way he did it. So he started putting me on them players because at first I could shoot, get to the rim, mid range, 3 point. I could do that. But then he started figuring out I could dunk. How he was implementing me in lob plays and everything else, man. That junk was funny as hell. Like, it was fun once I started getting a lot of plays, but man, them practices and 2 days of practice before that next game, he was on my ass for not telling him I could dunk, man. He had me out there, like I said, running. And I had to freaking jump and touch the rim the whole time, man. It was all wild, man. All wild. Quee said I wasn't running no damn more. She said we were doing the workouts and footwork football players did. Yeah, nah, hell no. You was a true enforcer then. They had you doing football workouts. Hell no. Hell no. Um, Quee said I used to be able to slap the bottom of the backboard, and I ain't have that much gravitational pull back then. Yeah, you try to jump up and touch the backboard now, five gonna pull your ass out of midair. So what you doing? G5 is your gravitational pull now. Just saying to everyone, you should never hold out on a coach. My AAU coach cussed me out my mom for not telling him I'm a shooter. Bro, I'm telling you, man, like it was wild, man. Like yeah, he tore. That man had me running forever, bro. And like I said, when I did that joint and he found out I could dunk, man, it was over with from there. It was over with. You go to the rim, you better if you ain't got the right if you got the right angle, you better be putting somebody in the rim. If you ain't trying to dunk on somebody, your ass coming to the bench. I'm like, man, what the hell? Like, listen, you trying to get me hurt? What the hell kind of stuff is that, bro? Like, what you mean? Like, my man's just telling you, like, you better go do that. That's what you better do. Like, man, that's wild. My coach was absolutely wild, man. He had no type of sympathy. He didn't care. He wasn't giving in. He wasn't letting it be like partially is what it is and none of that, dude. My coach was like, if your ass can dunk and you got the right angle, you better attempt to put the ass in the rim. If you do a layup, you coming to the bench. That's wow. BC said I used to get the both palms in the middle of the glass. I'm 5'6" and change. Yeah, you got that goddamn Zimbabwe genes, bro. We know you got that Earl of Mandigo genes. You probably touch the top of the backboard for a dime bag. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, BC. Nah, my cousin was the same way, man. So for me, I could touch the top of the gray box, right? But like I said, man, when I was out there like that, bro, man, that junk was all wild, bro. Chris said I also had a quick first step. Baseline layup was epic. My coach was a black Bobby Knight. Oh yeah, Josh Sanders. He was out there beating y'all ass with the trash cans, the Gatorade, the Gatorade things. No, my coach thought he was a goddamn Jordan model or something. Because the school I went to, we were sponsored by Jordan, but this dude. Little ball. He had a little ball head and everything. His name was Coach Pat. Coach Pat thought he was a goddamn model. He used to come out there clean as a whistle and be out there trying to talk all smooth and stuff, never raising his voice, trying to use his eyes to talk and all that kind of stuff. Man, you don't sit your little peanut head ass down somewhere, bro. It was crazy. And Josh said, they had a chair literally thrown at me, no lie. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Hey, that joke was no joke, bro. No joke. My coach said they didn't throw none at us. The motherfuckers just, oh, you don't want to listen? Hit that baseline. That's all. I'm like, come on, man. All they used to do. AB said all talk, but they finally caught the rat trap bandit here. Dude was putting rat traps in the mailbox. Bro, that's wild. That's wild, man. That's funny as hell, but that's wild. I didn't even know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing. Somebody putting rat traps in mailboxes. I do remember back in the day though, when Anthrax had first came out and they were saying, "Don't open your mail," and people was missing checks and missing other stuff in the mail. I remember that, but that's like the only thing I remember about mailboxes. But dang, rat traps and mailbox. That is wild, man. That is wild. Man, I wish my son was awake so I can bring him in here and let him say hi to y'all. And this dude, if you say happy birthday to him, he'll try to sing it back to you. I'm like, come on, man, what the hell? Clay, knock it off, dude. Uh, Quee said I had a black woman as my coach. She was in the record books for Oklahoma State. Oh, that just jumped on me. Oh, Chairman Johnson. She was a hell of a. Hey, them coaches don't play, man. They don't play at all. AB, that's what he gets. He wrong for that, but it's so funny. Yeah, that's wild, brother. Rap Trap Bandit, like that's wild. I ain't never even heard of nothing like that. That's funny as hell though. Somebody reaching in to grab your milk. Hey, he AB. There ain't no way he could have been in Texas because them goddamn Texas rats look like damn cats. So he would have had to put a whole goddamn raccoon trap in your mailbox. I don't think they make mailboxes that big. Josh Allen said you got to be a different type of asshole to go around doing that. And that's wild, man. Quee said he would have got he would have got popped out here. Yeah, hell no. You gotta know your places where you can do things, man. Certain places you mess around and walk in the wrong yard, you might not be leaving out on your 2 feet. You might be leaving in a bag or getting dragged out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, some places it ain't optional. They ain't shit. They got their own. They got signs. Interest your own discretion. You may walk in, but you getting carried out. That's. I remember I saw a sign that said that you might walk in, but you're getting carried out either by a person or a bag. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. AB said they had to fingerprint the traps to catch him. He got like 50. Bro, that's wild, man. He got 50 people. That is wild. We said they trying to pop your ass for anything out here now. Yeah, Quee. I mean, you got people popping people for just looking in the wrong. Somebody putting a rat trap in your down there mailbox, bro. That's yeah. They begging for that. That's crazy. That is crazy. He got 50 people. That's crazy. He got 50 people, bro. Hey, man. I gotta find that. I gotta find. Hey, AB. Please let me know if they gotta post this story or they gotta post it. They gotta post it something. I gotta see what dude look like, man. We gotta know what he look like. We gotta know. We the fans gotta know. He said all you doing is pulling up in the driveway to turn around and shots fired for that. John says we don't we don't first 48 over here. And that's wild, man. That is wow, wow, wow. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Like, Chris said, I'm gonna take a stab at this. A Mayo person, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to throw my ticket in with that guess as well, because I can't envision no one of us having the patience nor time or the care to go mailbox to mailbox and do something like that. Hell, we go into the wrong mailbox. The laws are showing up instantly. What you doing? Like, who the hell called y'all? We was watching you. Like, hmm there you go. There you go. Bro, that's wild, man. 2024 is, I don't even know what to call this year. And we only 3 months into it, bro. Cat Williams kicked it off. Oh boy. Cat Williams kicked it off. Ryan Garcia done leaked the footage people been begging for a decade. We got a goddamn rat traps mailbox bandit. Hey, I don't know, man. That is wild. That is wild, wild, wild. I'm just at a loss. I wonder who was getting hit. Was it the goddamn was it the post office where the mail person, or was it like the actual like homeowner that go out there to check their mail and they getting hit? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Jay Gibbs said 50 people though. Man, that's crazy. That's a lot of houses, bro. Like, you know how many blocks that is? Like, I wonder, was he doing like every house on the block, or was he doing it like all across the city or something? Like, that's what I want to know. He was in the suburbs. Oh shit. That's even worse, man. How the hell can you do that in the suburbs, bro? Like, they that's crazy. Just doing the building salute you, man. Appreciate you sliding through. Hey, dude, check out AB pin message, man. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, as soon as I get off my live, man, I'm about to look that up, man. That saying he had to be AB. They outside, man. Oh my god, bro. We said we had cameras in everybody's house out here, our neighborhood with night vision. We gonna see your ass. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm like, damn, my dude was bold as hell, like driving around the suburbs. Let me put this rap trap in here real quick. And he had to do it 50 times too. Like, it ain't like the Oh my God, man. That is wild. Yeah, that's them old heads live outside on the porch, no lie. Yeah, hell yeah. In the hood, man, shit, don't nobody sleep. There's always somebody awake. Yeah, even a crackhead to see somebody like, hey, I'm still in their mail tomorrow. What you doing? They expecting their food stamps, so they expected this in the mail. He said I wake up during the night just to check my cameras outside. Oh man, that is wild. Damn, 50 people. That's man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, I've been on this joint for coming up approaching an hour and a half, man. Like I said, I'm setting my time limit. I'm doing an hour and a half every Friday. If the getting good going and the going is good, I probably try and stretch it a little longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my on up out of here. Get ready to keep keep doing some fun activities with this boy whenever he wake up. So I guess prepare myself for him to wake up, so then that way we can keep celebrating baby boy birthday, man. Boy turning 3. Like I say, 3 and looking like a 5-year old, man. So now I appreciate each and every one of y'all sliding through this joint, checking it out. Anybody that's on the replay gang, I appreciate you too, coming through and checking it out and rocking out with me, man. And y'all, hey, let me know how y'all feel about all the topics I touched on. Every week, man, we gonna have something different, and we gonna keep cooking. And yeah, y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'll be back at y'all with another one, man. Wait. My brother AB said after he stole their check, he left the rap trap. No, that's wild, bro. That's wild, man. Ain't no way, bro. That's wild. That is wild, man. Oh my god, I'm about to go check that out, man. I can't help it. I gotta go read up on this story. That's too funny. But you know, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. And as always, man, back at y'all with another one.